Alright, YouTube. Zebco 733, the Hawg, 20-pound test line. I remember when they came out with these, after they had come out with, the 33 Classic was real popular, and also they come out around the same time. I remember they had one called a 1 Classic, which was a bigger, so the reel of that was bigger than this. It was more like a 808, if I remember right, but it was called a 1 Classic. I started doing this listing, and uncommonly, it's something I'm, at least somewhat familiar with. I started doing this listing, and I was trying to describe how this reel's, working. And I decided, to make a YouTube video about it because, picture's worth 1,000 words. And when I'm trying to describe something, this video's worth 1,000 words, actually. So what I noticed about this little button right here, the bait alert, it seems a little odd to me. It seems like it's pointing in this direction, and if you point it over here, it's saying go this way for bait alert on. It seems like that's out of whack to me. I don't know if it seemed like it should have been pointing there and coming to here, but regardless, it's not doing that. It's going from here to here is what it looks like to me, because that looks like a longer point. And furthermore, I don't see any. I thought the bait alert meant when you pulled on it here, kind of like a drag, when you pulled a line, like if a fish was taking your bait, you would get a clicking noise. I'm not getting anything like that. I can't tell that there's even a drag on this reel. The old 33s had a dial drag. I can't even tell there's a dial drag on this at all. It's hard to pull, and I don't want to pull too hard to just, knock anything out of whack. The reel is in working condition. When you push the button, the line does come out. Of course, it needs new line. It needs to be, I hate to say refurbished, because it is in working condition, but it needs to be. And also, watch this. When you start reeling, I remember back in the day when I used to use these, when you started reeling, it kind of made a clicking noise. Watch. Yeah, a slight click, but the click is not as profound. But I did take the reel apart and see it's reeling, and you can see the lines coming back in. Okay, it's reeling the line back in. I'm going to take the loop off here. This was real dirty on the inside. I wiped it down just a little bit. Looks like it probably, it might have got dropped in the water or something. There's a lot of dirt right inside there where the line goes. Again, obviously the line definitely needs to be changed on this. You'll see this little thing go in when you press the button. See? And like that. And when you start reeling, it comes back out. See, I hope the camera caught that. I'm not sure. Okay, it's a tough little camera angle right here. So the reel is working, and technically, but it is a little rough right here. I'm sure this could use, I hate to say refurbished, but it needs to be greased. It needs to be maintained. It needs to be oiled. I use open face reels now. For the kind of fishing that I do now. I want to show, you can see the condition of this. It's a nice little reel. I really used to love these, man. I remember they had this when they came out with this. It was on a combo set at Walmart. It seemed like it was like $39.99, and I think they were promoting catfishing with this. Catfishing was becoming real popular. I even want to do this. I saw a guy the other day on YouTube, and he was showing how to take this back part off. Well, on this one, he was showing how you could push it down here and put a screwdriver in there and pop this off. This one is even more convenient. You can just take it off just like you take off the front. So you can take the back of this off just like that. And he went in there and he replaced a bushing. He might have gone in a little further. He replaced a bushing and put a ball bearing in there. And bought the ball bearings on Amazon real cheap. And man, I'd like to learn how to do that. Now, I don't know if that's just caked up right there. Caked up grease, or if that's like a part. I ought to ask my boss about that. That could be what's causing this thing to be a little rough. I'll try to ask my boss about that tomorrow. Something looks off right there. There's a piece of plastic. That could be what's causing this thing to run a little rough. I don't think that's what's causing it. I think it's just, it might be a little broken in there, but I hope you can see on that shaft down there, there's a hard piece of plastic in there. Anyways, I think you could see it when I was turning it, that it is, it's operating in there. I guess the bushing is like in there behind that part. If you took this next section off, I'm not going to go that deep. I don't know how to deal with these, I'm bad about putting something back together and all of that. Anyway, I just wanted to show you that the reel is working, in working condition, but it needs to be, and I'm sure somebody will probably buy it. Hopefully it'll be somebody that will buy this that will be, has a little know-how about it and knows how to take it apart, re-oil it, at the very least re-oil it, put some grease on it or whatever, even if you're not going to go to put the ball bearings in it. It definitely needs that. And I don't know where you grease these. I know a little bit about my open face reels. I take them apart just a little bit, and I do keep them oiled, and it does make a difference. I'd like to learn how to work on them a little bit better, but anyway, you can see the lines coming in. It reels. The more I've been working with it, actually, it seems like it's reeling a little bit better than it did, whenever I first started. But anyway, to tell you the truth, let me see. Yeah, it's reeling better. You could use this. It's in usable condition, but I would, for me, yeah, I'm a little more picky about my fishing now. I would want, if I was going to use this, I would want to absolutely have to change the line on it, or you'd have a time casting, because it looks like the line's been broken off a few times or whatever. But anyways, it definitely needs a line, and it needs to be greased and oiled, and whatever could be done to like that to make it a little bit smoother. I don't know if when I was moving that piece of plastic, I will get my boss to take a look at that tomorrow morning. I'll try to update in the description of this video and tell you what I found out.